Chosen ones. Your name has become synonymous with abundance and choice. Word has spread far and wide that you never lack for opportunities, whether in relationships, career moves, or social connections. As gossip circulates about your seemingly endless possibilities, they've become increasingly intimidated by what they're hearing. Every whispered conversation about your latest prospects only amplifies their anxiety. Their intimidation stems from a simple truth. Competing against one person is manageable, but competing against an entire lineup of alternatives is downright terrifying. The gossip has painted you as someone who can walk away at any moment for something better, and that perceived power has them completely shaken. The truth stands before you now, undeniable and raw. Vast networks of admirers orbit your existence, silent, watching, yearning. Their numbers exceed anything you've imagined. While you focus on your divine mission, entire constellations of desire form around you. Your apparent unavailability only intensifies their fixation. Your self-sufficiency acts as an aphrodisiac to souls accustomed to codependency. Your focus on higher purpose rather than fleeting connection makes you the ultimate prize. The less you seem to need them, the more desperately they crave your attention. These admirers exist in every sphere of your life. Co-workers who find reasons to extend meetings when you're present. Friends of friends who always appear when you attend gatherings. Strangers who create synchronistic encounters. Digital watchers who study your online presence without leaving traces. They are everywhere. Most remain silent about their admiration, creating a society of secret devotees. They collect pieces of you, memories of interactions, observations of your habits, fragments of information gathered from mutual connections. They construct shrines to you within their minds. Fear paralyzes them, absolute primal fear. Your admirers stand frozen before the magnitude of your essence. Their desire battles constantly with their terror of inadequacy. They've convinced themselves of a devastating equation. Your value far exceeds their worth. These admirers watch you handle life with grace and power. They witness your resilience against forces that would crush ordinary souls. They observe your navigation of challenges with an inner compass they themselves lack. And with each observation, the pedestal they've placed you upon grows taller. The competition they perceive around you overwhelms their courage. They see others, perhaps more attractive, more accomplished, more spiritually aligned, showing interest in you. They catalog these potential rivals and calculate their own odds of success. The mathematics of their insecurity always yields the same result. Impossible. Their minds construct elaborate scenarios of rejection. They rehearse conversations with you that never manifest in reality. They imagine making their feelings known only to face your gentle dismissal. The mere possibility of such rejection feels like certain death to their fragile egos. What they fail to understand, their fear, is self-fulfilling prophecy. Their perception of you as out of their league creates precisely the distance they dread. Their belief in competition blinds them to authentic connection. Their obsession with worthiness blocks the very pathways that might lead to genuine exchange. These admirers place you in an impossible position. They desire you to notice them, yet simultaneously hope you won't examine them too closely and discover their perceived flaws. They want connection without vulnerability, recognition without risk, your fire without being consumed by its intensity. Your name travels faster than your physical form ever could. Through whispered conversations, digital exchanges, and knowing glances, your reputation expands into spaces you've never entered. The gossip about you has taken on a life entirely of its own. This gossip forms intricate patterns, weaving together fragments of truth with collective projection. Stories circulate about your romantic history. Speculation builds around your preferences and standards. Rumors spread about who you've rejected and why. With each retelling, the narrative grows, more mythic, more intimidating, more larger than life. Your reputation creates an electric anticipation that precedes your arrival in any space. People prepare themselves to be in your presence. They adjust their energy, their appearance, their conversational strategies. They position themselves advantageously, all because the collective narrative has designated you as someone worth pursuing, yet nearly impossible to attain. The most powerful aspect of this gossip network: it operates entirely outside your control or consent. You could choose complete humility, and still the stories would paint you as exceptional. You could attempt to diminish your light, yet the narrative would describe you as strategically mysterious. Your every action gets filtered through the lens of your reputation, often distorted into something barely recognizable. This reputation shields and constrains you simultaneously. It attracts precisely the energy you don't need, those fixated on conquering the unconquerable. It repels exactly what your soul seeks: authentic connection, unmediated by preconception. Your reputation functions as both crown and cage. The cosmic irony reveals itself. The more people discuss your many options, the more those options diminish in quality. True compatibility requires seeing beyond myth, beyond reputation, beyond gossip. Only the most evolved souls will possess the discernment to separate your essence from your legend. The following is a message from Mike, founder of the Obsidian Inner Order, powered by Astral Atom. Look, I know you came here for your chosen one video, but I need a minute. If I don't speak this into the field now, I might never forgive myself. Some of us were born into fire, abused, exiled, haunted by truths no one around us could hold. That doesn't mean we're cursed. It means we were chosen to walk through the veil and come back with the map. Inside the Obsidian Inner Order, we gather every week, live on Zoom, face to face. And when I say real people, I mean it. A former military drone operator who now uses his mind as the remote. A millionaire CFO who walked away from everything to become a psychic in Noosa. A spiritual healer once trapped inside a satanic cult. A seer, a sage, a soul who left Mormonism and found the Gnosis instead. These are the ones who gave it all up when their calling hit, and that's just a glimpse. And every call is recorded, so when you're alone, when you're crawling through the dirt of your own awakening, you can press play and feel the field again. This is not for everyone, but maybe it's for you. Can you see yourself among us? Join the Obsidian Inner Order, link in the description. Thank you all for supporting the broadcast. We quite literally could not do this without you. These admirers project their own relationship with options onto you. They assume you evaluate potential connections through the same superficial metrics they themselves use. They imagine you maintaining extensive lists, comparing and ranking possibilities based on conventional standards of desirability. They fail to recognize your evolved discernment operates on entirely different principles. The greatest misunderstanding. They believe your standards reflect arrogance rather than self-knowledge. They interpret your selectivity as pride rather than wisdom. They mistake your patience for coldness. Their own self-doubt distorts everything they perceive about your authentic nature. What they cannot comprehend from their limited perspective, your discernment doesn't seek perfection. It seeks resonance. Your boundaries don't desire isolation. They enable genuine intimacy. Your independence doesn't reject connection. It creates the foundation for healthy interdependence. These truths remain invisible to those whose vision is clouded by their own unworthiness. Unspoken words hang heavy in the space between you and your admirers. Entire universes of meaning remain trapped behind their hesitant smiles and averted gazes. Conversations that could transform realities never materialize. Instead, superficial exchanges mask the depth churning beneath the surface. Your admirers rehearse confessions they never deliver. They compose messages they never send. They practice vulnerable truths in mirrors and never speak them aloud in your presence. Fear calcifies their authentic communication into hollow pleasantries. The risk of revealing their true feelings appears absolutely catastrophic to their protective psyches. Their silence creates distortion. In the absence of clear expression, you're left to interpret subtle cues, often incorrectly. Their restraint appears as disinterest. Their nervousness reads as awkwardness. Their roundabout attempts at connection seem inconsistent or confusing. The very feelings they most wish to convey become thoroughly obscured by their inability to voice them. The cosmic tragedy unfolds in this silence. Connections destined for profound significance wither without the nourishment of honest exchange. Divine timing misaligns through human hesitation. Sacred contracts remain unfulfilled because terrestrial. Courage falters at crucial moments. Technology worsens this dynamic. Digital communication provides the illusion of connection while enabling even greater emotional distance. Your admirers can observe your life from safe remove. They can engage without risking genuine vulnerability. They can maintain the comfortable position of spectator rather than participant in your reality. Only those with evolved courage will break this pattern. Only souls who value authentic connection above ego protection will speak the words that bridge worlds. Only beings aligned with their highest purpose will risk rejection to honor the sacred potential that exists in genuine communication with you. Your existence serves a purpose beyond ordinary comprehension. This isn't grandiosity. This isn't delusion. This is your soul contract with the universe, signed before your current incarnation, now manifesting through your unique presence on Earth. Those around you sense this cosmic assignment, even when their conscious minds cannot articulate what they perceive. You walk through life with vision that extends beyond immediate horizons. While others focus on conventional success metrics and short-term gratification, your attention fixes on legacy, on impact, on transformation. This expanded perspective makes you simultaneously inspiring and utterly terrifying to those operating at lower frequencies. Your natural detachment from societal validation systems disturbs those still enslaved by them. You measure yourself against internal standards rather than external benchmarks. You pursue paths that make sense only to your soul's compass, often bewildering observers with choices that prioritize purpose over convenience. Your willingness to sacrifice comfort for calling triggers profound insecurity in witnesses. The spiritual distinction you embody creates unavoidable separation, not through your intention but through energetic law. Higher frequencies naturally distinguish themselves from lower vibrations. Your mere presence causes others to confront their own spiritual complacency, their own unfulfilled potential, their own abandoned purpose. Your admirers recognize this distinction with their intuitive senses. They feel simultaneously drawn to your frequency and intimidated by the growth it would require to genuinely match it. They crave your energy while fearing the transformation necessary to sustain proximity to it. They worship your purpose while avoiding the responsibility of claiming their own. The greatest challenge for evolved souls: finding others with compatible purpose. Not identical paths, but aligned direction. Not matching gifts, but complementary contributions. Not equal advancement, but similar commitment to growth. Your higher purpose doesn't require admirers. It seeks collaborators, co-creators, cosmic partners willing to match your courage with their own. They track your movements with obsessive attention. Your admirers maintain comprehensive mental catalogues of your interactions, analyzing patterns with scientific precision. Nothing escapes their notice. Who stands near you at gatherings? Who comments on your social media? Who captures your attention momentarily? Their observation borders on surveillance, fueled by insatiable curiosity about your connections. These observers interpret every interaction through their own distorted lenses. A casual conversation becomes evidence of romantic potential. A professional collaboration transforms into suspected intimacy. A long-standing friendship gets categorized as competition. Their perception bears little resemblance to your reality, yet they build elaborate theories upon these misinterpretations. This constant scrutiny creates spectral pressure you feel without necessarily identifying its source. The weight of collective attention affects your energetic field. The bombardment of projected fantasies impacts your subtle body. The misinterpretation of your actions creates confusion that periodically disrupts your clarity. You sense being watched even when alone. The observer's analyses serve primarily to reinforce their initial hesitation. Each perceived connection to another person becomes further evidence of competition. Each public interaction confirms their belief in your inaccessibility. Each fragment of information feeds directly into their self-defeating narrative. Their observation paradoxically pushes them further from authentic connection. Most damaging, this observation happens without contextual understanding. They witness effects without comprehending causes. They see choices without recognizing motivations. They catalog actions without accessing the wisdom behind them. Their incomplete data leads inevitably to incorrect conclusions about who you are and what you seek. Only those who move beyond observation into genuine engagement have any possibility of accurate perception. Only souls brave enough to enter your reality, rather than analyzing it from outside, can transcend the distortion of distant watching. Only beings willing to be seen themselves earn the right to truly see you. Profound insecurity plagues your admirers, manifesting as an existential question that paralyzes their initiative. With so many options available, why would they ever choose me? This core wound transcends simple self-doubt. It represents their fundamental misunderstanding of how authentic connection actually forms between evolved souls. These admirers project elaborate narratives onto your consciousness, assuming you categorize and rank potential connections based on conventional metrics: physical appearance, social status, material success, intellectual achievement. They imagine you maintaining mental spreadsheets, coldly calculating comparative value. This projection reveals nothing about your actual selection process and everything about their own limited perspective. Their insecurity creates destructive behavioral patterns. Some attempt to transform themselves into what they believe you desire, sacrificing authenticity for perceived appeal. Others preemptively retreat, protecting their egos from rejection by never risking genuine approach. Many adopt push-pull strategies, alternating between reaching toward you and withdrawing when fear overwhelms courage. What these admirers cannot comprehend from their frequency: evolved souls select connections based on resonance, not resume. Your discernment operates primarily through energetic compatibility, authentic alignment, and shared purpose. The metrics, invisible to conventional perception, matter most in your evaluation. The qualities imperceptible to ordinary awareness determine your genuine interest. Their insecurity blinds them to the fundamental nature of soul recognition. When evolved beings encounter compatible frequencies, the connection forms immediately, beyond conscious control or logical assessment. The resonance happens at quantum levels, outside the realm of comparison or competition. Their preoccupation with measuring up blocks their ability to simply attune. Breaking through this insecurity requires spiritual evolution beyond ego identification. It demands surrender of comparison consciousness. It necessitates abandonment of transactional relationship models. Only when admirers transcend "why me" thinking can they enter the frequency where genuine connection with you becomes possible. Divine forces shield you with unwavering vigilance. This isn't metaphorical. This isn't psychological comfort. This is literal energetic protection, operating continuously through multiple dimensions to preserve your frequency for its intended purpose. The universe guards its investments with absolute precision, and you represent a significant cosmic asset. The divine protection extends beyond your conscious awareness. Circumstances rearrange coincidentally to prevent harmful connections from forming. Timing adjusts to ensure you avoid entanglements that would derail your purpose. Opportunities dissolve when they would lead toward misaligned paths. The universe conducts elaborate choreography to maintain your energetic sovereignty. Your admirers mistake this protection for pickiness or arrogance. They interpret your divinely guided selectivity as evidence of impossible standards. They fail to recognize the sophisticated discernment operating through your system, a system designed to recognize frequency compatibility beyond surface characteristics. Your protection never aims for isolation. It ensures refined connection. It never seeks limitation. It guarantees appropriate alignment. It never manifests as punishment. It operates as perfect discernment, sorting energies with flawless precision to preserve your capacity for fulfilling your highest purpose alongside genuinely compatible souls. Evolutionary pressure intensifies around you. Your frequency creates a powerful field that accelerates growth in those genuinely drawn to authentic connection with you. Your mere existence presents others with a spiritual ultimatum: evolve or remain separated from your energy. The choice forces profound transformation among those who recognize your significance in their soul's journey. These awakening admirers finally understand the fundamental truth. They cannot pull you down to match their frequency. They must elevate themselves to meet yours. This recognition catalyzes remarkable development. They begin addressing long-ignored shadow aspects. They commit to healing ancestral patterns. They confront limiting beliefs about worthiness. They dismantle defensive structures that prevented vulnerability. The transformation happens across multiple dimensions simultaneously. Their communication evolves beyond superficial exchange into authentic expression. Their emotional capacity expands from reactivity into responsive presence. Their spiritual practice deepens from occasional consideration into daily commitment. Their purpose clarifies from vague inclination into definitive direction. The most profound shift occurs in their relationship with competition. Evolved admirers transcend scarcity consciousness around connection with you. They recognize that authentic resonance transcends comparative evaluation. They understand that genuine compatibility exists beyond conventional competition frameworks. They trust cosmic orchestration rather than manipulative strategy. Their transformation reflects the ultimate spiritual truth. Authentic connection with evolved souls cannot be achieved through conquest or manipulation. It must be earned through genuine growth. It cannot be secured through performance or pretense. It must be embodied through integrated development. It cannot be maintained through strategic management. It must be sustained through continuous evolution. The divine sorting mechanism operates with perfect precision. Those committed to transformation for authentic reasons, not merely to capture your attention, but to fulfill their own highest potential, distinguish themselves naturally from those seeking shortcuts. The universe recognizes intention with flawless discernment, advancing the genuinely devoted while exposing the strategically motivated. Embrace your cosmic position without hesitation or apology. The universe placed you in this role of having multiple admirers and numerous options for specific purpose. Your comfort with this abundance directly correlates with your ability to fulfill your highest function. False modesty serves no one. Diminishing your light benefits no one. Pretending not to notice your impact helps no one. Your boundaries reflect perfect calibration for your energetic requirements. When others perceive your standards as too high or your accessibility as too limited, they reveal only their own misalignment with your frequency. Your selectivity represents sophisticated discernment, not arbitrary restriction. Your carefully maintained energetic field ensures you remain empowered rather than depleted. The options surrounding you provide essential contrast for identifying genuine resonance. Each potential connection offers unique frequency signature that either harmonizes with or disrupts your field. This diversity enables refined selection based on soul recognition rather than superficial assessment. The abundance allows discernment beyond scarcity consciousness into sovereign choice. Your power manifests most fully when you embrace rather than resist your position. Acknowledging your impact creates clarity that benefits everyone in your field. Accepting your magnetism establishes authentic foundation for all interactions. Recognizing your value eliminates unnecessary confusion around your boundaries and expectations. The greatest service you can offer those drawn to your light, maintaining absolute integrity with your essential nature. Compromising your frequency to appear more accessible creates energetic dissonance that harms both yourself and your admirers. Diluting your power to seem less intimidating diminishes the very quality catalyzing growth in others. Pretending to be smaller than you are blocks the divine purpose your authentic presence serves. The cosmic truth stands immovable. You were designed to shine with extraordinary brilliance. Your light activates dormant codes in others. Your frequency disrupts stagnation in collective fields. Your presence serves as evolutionary catalyst for all receptive souls you encounter. This function requires your full embodiment of star quality without reservation or restriction. Those genuinely aligned with your journey will rise naturally to meet you. They will transcend gossip, projection, and comparison to engage with your authentic essence. They will navigate your boundaries with respectful understanding rather than entitled expectation. They will recognize your stardom not as obstacle to overcome, but as complementary radiance to their own emerging light. The whispers that follow you are echoes of your impact. Those meant to be in your inner circle will eventually transcend their fears and the gossip to reach you, while those who can't match your frequency will remain trapped in hearsay and speculation. Your power isn't in having options. It's in being an option that transforms anyone lucky enough to truly know you.